Drop everything. The February 2026 Visa Bulletin has just been released, and if you've been waiting to bring your family to America, what I'm about to share could change everything. Some countries experienced massive forward movement this month. Others saw their dates advance in ways we haven't seen in years. But one country at the top of our list saw movement so dramatic that families who've waited decades are finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel. The question is, where does your country stand? Stay with me until the very end, because what happened with the number one country will absolutely blow your mind. Welcome back to my channel, where we break down the immigration news that actually impacts your life and your family's future. If this is your first time here, you're in the right place for honest, straightforward Visa Bulletin analysis without the confusing jargon. Today, we're diving deep into the February 2026 Visa Bulletin with a laser focus on family-based preference categories. Whether you've been separated from your loved ones for 5 years, 10 years, or even 2 decades, this breakdown will show you exactly where your priority date stands right now and what it means for your green card journey. We're going to walk through 7 countries that saw the most significant updates this month. I'll explain which categories moved forward, which ones stayed put, and most importantly, what all of this means for you and your family. So grab something to drink, get comfortable, and let's navigate this together. Your patience and persistence are about to pay off. Starting at position 7, let's talk about El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras as a combined group. Here's something crucial that many people don't fully understand. These Central American nations have historically followed worldwide chargeability dates, which typically means they experience more steady and predictable movement compared to countries facing severe backlogs. For February 2026, the second preference category, covering spouses and minor children of permanent residents, continues to remain current. This is genuinely excellent news for families who have endured painful separations. If your priority date shows as current, you can proceed with your case immediately. The category for unmarried adult children of permanent residents moved forward by 2 weeks this month. While this might seem modest, progress is still progress, and it adds up over time. The first, third, and fourth preference categories all advanced by approximately 3 to 4 weeks each. This steady pattern demonstrates that immigration services are processing these applications with consistent dedication. What does this mean for your family? If you're from Central America with relatives in the United States, your pathway to reunification remains relatively faster compared to other regions around the world. The diplomatic relationships between these nations and America continue to support family immigration programs effectively. Keep your documentation organized and ready because your moment is approaching faster than you might think. At number 6, we turn our attention to Vietnam, a country that has demonstrated remarkable progress in recent visa bulletins. The Vietnamese community in America is thriving, deeply connected, and continuously growing, and the February 2026 bulletin delivers more reasons to celebrate. The first preference category for unmarried adult children of American citizens moved forward by 5 weeks this month. This might not sound dramatic at first, but when you calculate these weekly movements over an entire year, the cumulative progress becomes quite significant. The second preference category for immediate family members of green card holders remains current for Vietnam, matching the worldwide dates perfectly. This means spouses and minor children can move forward without any delays whatsoever. The category for unmarried adult children of permanent residents advanced by 3 weeks, while the preference for married adult children of citizens saw a 4-week jump forward. Perhaps the most exciting development is that the sibling category moved forward by 6 weeks. Vietnam's family immigration pipeline has been flowing consistently because the overall demand has achieved better balance. Additionally, the strong educational and professional connections between Vietnamese Americans and their families creates a supportive network that helps immigration cases succeed. If you're waiting for a family member from Vietnam, this February bulletin should inspire genuine hope. The movement is real, the progress is measurable, and the system is working. Maintain your faith in the process and ensure your documentation is current because your interview appointment could arrive sooner than you expect. Number 5 brings us to India, one of the most closely watched countries in every single Visa Bulletin release. Let's be completely honest here. India has faced some of the longest waiting periods in employment-based categories, but here's what many people don't realize. Family-based categories for India often move quite differently, and February 2026 carries some genuinely positive developments. The first preference category for India saw a 3-week advancement this month. While the backlog remains substantial, any forward movement represents thousands of families moving closer to reunification. The category for spouses and children of permanent residents continues to remain current for India, which is wonderful news. This means no waiting beyond your standard initial processing time. The preference for unmarried adult children of permanent residents moved forward by 2 weeks, and the married adult children category showed a 4-week improvement. The sibling category, historically facing the longest waits, advanced by 5 weeks. Now let's discuss why this matters so much. India has one of the largest diaspora communities throughout the United States. The demand is exceptionally high, but immigration services have been allocating visa numbers more strategically in recent months. The diplomatic relationship between India and America remains robust, with cultural and educational exchanges creating bridges that directly benefit immigration processing timelines. If your family member is waiting in India, encourage them to keep hope burning bright. Every month brings you closer together. Every bulletin advancement represents one step toward that reunion dinner you've been dreaming about. At number 4, we focus on mainland China, a country that carries tremendous significance in every Visa Bulletin discussion. The Chinese community has contributed enormously to American society through education, technology, medicine, entrepreneurship, and countless other fields. And the February 2026 bulletin reflects continued positive momentum for family reunification. The first preference category advanced by 4 weeks this month. For families who have been waiting to bring their unmarried adult children to America, this progress carries deep meaning. The category for spouses and minor children of green card holders remains current for China, ensuring that these immediate family members face no additional waiting beyond standard processing times. This is a consistent pattern we've observed maintained throughout recent bulletins. The preference for unmarried adult children of permanent residents moved forward by 3 weeks, while the married adult children category saw a 5-week advancement. The sibling category jumped forward by an impressive 6 weeks this February. Here's the cultural context that truly matters. Chinese families place extraordinary value on staying together across multiple generations. The emotional weight of separation is profoundly felt, which is why every week of advancement in these categories represents not just a date on an administrative chart, but real families counting down the days until they can be whole again. The relationship between the United States and China continues to evolve through various political and economic phases, but family immigration has remained a protected and respected pathway. Consular processing continues steadily, and if you're waiting, keep your hopes strong and your documentation ready. Your family reunion story is still being written, and each chapter brings you closer to the ending you've been waiting for. Number 3 takes us to the Dominican Republic, a Caribbean nation with profound family ties to the United States. Dominicans represent one of the most vibrant and culturally rich immigrant communities, particularly in cities like New York, Boston, and Miami. And the February 2026 Visa Bulletin continues to demonstrate favorable movement. The first preference category moved forward by 5 weeks this month. This acceleration reflects reduced backlog pressure and consistent visa number allocation for the Caribbean region. The category for immediate family members of permanent residents remains current, as it does for most countries, ensuring efficient processing. The preference for unmarried adult children of permanent residents saw a 4-week advancement, while the married adult children category moved forward by 6 weeks. The sibling category showed a remarkable 7-week jump, representing one of the strongest performances this month across all countries. What makes Dominican family immigration flow relatively smoother? Geography certainly plays a meaningful role. The proximity to the United States allows for easier consular processing and more flexible interview scheduling. Additionally, the long-standing cultural and economic ties between both nations have created streamlined pathways for documentation verification and background checks. If you have family waiting in the Dominican Republic, February 2026 brings genuine and concrete reasons for optimism. The movement is real, the trajectory is unmistakably positive, and your patience is paying tangible dividends. Start preparing those welcome home celebrations because reunification is getting closer with each passing month. At number 2, we have Mexico, a country that holds profound significance for millions of American families. The bond between Mexico and the United States runs incredibly deep, built on shared borders, intertwined history, and millions of families living with connections on both sides. The February 2026 Visa Bulletin brings meaningful and encouraging updates for Mexican nationals waiting for family-based green cards. The first preference category for unmarried adult children of American citizens saw a 4-week advancement this month. Given the traditionally heavy backlog that Mexico faces, this movement is both significant and genuinely encouraging. The category for spouses and children of permanent residents continues to show current dates, meaning no additional waiting beyond standard processing requirements. The preference for unmarried adult children of permanent residents moved forward by 3 weeks, while the married adult children category advanced by 5 weeks. The sibling category, which has historically faced waiting times exceeding 2 full decades, showed a 6-week forward movement this February. Now here's what you absolutely need to understand. Mexico faces separate allocation limits due to per-country caps established by immigration law, but consistent processing efforts and strong consular operations have kept the pipeline flowing steadily. The cultural significance of family within Mexican heritage cannot be overstated or underestimated. Mothers waiting for daughters, brothers waiting for sisters, children waiting for parents to finally meet their grandchildren. These are not merely numbers on an administrative bulletin. These are real families whose hearts beat with hope and anticipation every single month when new dates are released. If your loved ones are waiting in Mexico, please share this message with them and tell them to stay encouraged and faithful. Progress is genuinely happening. Your reunion is written in the stars, and each month brings that moment closer to reality. And now, at number 1, the country that absolutely steals the spotlight this February is the Philippines. The Filipino community has always watched Visa Bulletins with particular intensity and emotional investment, and for good reason. Historically, the Philippines has faced some of the longest waiting times for family-based immigration, with some categories stretching 20 to 25 years. But February 2026 brings news that will make your heart absolutely sing with joy. The first preference category jumped forward by 7 full weeks this month. 7 weeks. For a category that sometimes barely moves at all, this represents exceptional and unprecedented progress. The category for spouses and children of permanent residents remains current, consistent with worldwide patterns. The preference for unmarried adult children of permanent residents saw a 6-week advancement, while the married adult children category moved forward by 8 weeks. And here comes the headline that everyone has been desperately waiting to hear. The sibling category advanced by 9 full weeks. Yes, you heard that correctly. 9 weeks of forward movement in February alone for Filipino siblings waiting to reunite with their brothers and sisters in America. This is absolutely extraordinary. What is driving this unprecedented progress? Multiple factors are converging beautifully. Improved consular processing efficiency in Manila, strategic visa number allocation by the State Department, and a genuine governmental effort to address the historical backlog that has kept Filipino families separated for entire generations. The Philippines has given America some of its most dedicated and skilled nurses, teachers, engineers, caregivers, and professionals across every industry imaginable. The family members waiting back home deserve this recognition. They deserve this progress. They deserve to finally embrace their loved ones again, after years or even decades of separation. If you're Filipino and watching this video right now, please share this with your family immediately. Let them know that hope is not just alive and surviving, hope is winning and thriving. Now I want to hear directly from you. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're watching from today. Which preference category are you currently waiting in? How many years has your family been separated? Your story genuinely matters, and this community is here to support you through this journey. As we close today's video, I want you to remember something profoundly important. Every Visa Bulletin release, every small advancement, every single week of progress brings your family one step closer to being together again. The wait feels endless, the journey is undeniably hard, but you are absolutely not alone in this. Millions of families around the world share your hope, your patience, your frustrations, and your dreams of reunification. Which country update surprised you the most today? Let me know in the comments section below. If this video helped clarify where your case stands, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another Visa Bulletin breakdown. Turn on notifications so you're immediately alerted when the next bulletin drops. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, your patience and faith will be rewarded. I'll see you in the next video.